Welcome back children to our fourth episode. We have already continued the chapter Units and Measurement. In the fourth episode, we will start here measurement of a mass. What is mass? That you know children already. Mass is the quantity of matter having by the body. So it is fixed. Any place will go from moon to Mars, from London to America. Wherever we will go, mass is a constant. That is why, how do we measure the mass? Generally, in MK system, we used to use to measure the mass is a kilogram. That is standard unit that we use. So 1 kilogram is how much? That we don't know. 1 kilogram exactly it is suggested or it is fixed by International Bureau of Weights and Measurement, that you know already, placed Everest near Paris. So 1 kilogram is the standard unit. What is that? The 1 kilogram is the mass of a platinum iridium rod placed at Everest near Paris. In case any problem is there or any dispute is there in the mass of 1 kilogram, then the case will go to that place. That is why it is already fixed 1 kilogram. So after that 1 kilogram, that is kilogram, other multiples and submultiples we use for measurement of a mass. First of all, study about the multiples of mass. First of all, kilogram. Kilogram is the SI unit, MKS unit or SI unit. MKS or we can say SI unit. Standard international also use kilogram is the standard unit for measurement of mass, and in MKS system also kilogram is the standard unit for measurement of a mass. Then we will study what are multiples and submultiples of a kilogram. So multiples of a kilogram, multiples of kilogram. Children, you must be knowing more than 1 kilogram. Suppose we can measure the mass of the rice, sugar in a different big industry. We used to use the unit is quintal. Quintal, children, you know what is 1 quintal? 1 quintal, that's equal to 100 kilogram. Next one bigger unit is used, that's a metric ton. Metric ton generally we use for measure of a heavy mass. The metric ton generally we say here 1 metric ton equal to 10 quintal. That's equal to 1000 kilogram. So these are the different multiples of a kilogram. Now let's study some multiples of a kilogram. So what are the some multiples? Some multiples, that's you know children. Some multiples means when we measure very small unit for mass, that we use some multiples. Gram, decigram, centigram, milligram. These are the different subunits we use, and we know that 1 kilogram. Relationship also sometimes we use for solving the problems. 1 kilogram equal to 1000 gram. That is called metric measurement. In metric measurement, we use multiples of a kilogram and submultiples of a kilogram. Submultiples of a kilogram. That is why the interrelationship also we supposed to know, because kilogram is the standard unit. When we use multiples, how it is related with the standard unit? When you take the sum multiples, how it also used with the or related with the standard unit. These are the different units you use for measurement of a mass. Okay children, now let's start measurement of a time. What is the standard unit we used to use for measure the time? The standard unit for measurement time is second. So what is 1 second? That we do not know actually. We are habituated to speak the time is second, minute, hour. But what is 1 second? This is also decided on basis of a mean solar day. So 1 second is equal to 1 by 86400 of mean solar day. Our time generally based upon rotation of Earth, revolution of Earth around the sun. So on basis of that, what is mean solar day? You supposed to know. 1 mean solar day, MSD stands for mean solar day, that's equal to time taken by the earth for complete revolution around the sun. What is time you know? That's near about 365 days. Okay, so 1 by 86400 of a mean solar day, that we can say as a 1 second. And other common unit we used to use for measurement of time is minute, hour, day, month, year. This is very common unit we use. Other units for measurement time, that is we know already, decade. 1 decade, you know how much? 1 decade is equal to how much? You must be knowing 1 decade equal to 10 years. Like that, century, 1 century. 1 century. Generally in cricket you are studying, you are also hearing on from the commentator, it is century. Century is 100 years. Like that, 1 millennium, that's 1000 years. Like that, 1 century is 100 years. 1 decade equal to 10 years. Like that, 1 millennium. Generally we use it millennium baby, sometimes you can say, new millennium also you can say. So 1 millennium equal to 1000 years. So these are the different unit we have already studied for the time. So children, I said to you 3 fundamental unit: mass, length and time. We have already studied. The unit means multiples of a mass, multiples of time, multiples of length, and how do we measure, how the measurement also based upon the International Bureau of Weights and Measurement. These are the topics based upon the fundamental unit, and fundamental unit is used for measurement of fundamental quantities, and also different standard international unit also used. I said ampere, degree Celsius, Kelvin, angle and solid angle, that is equal to we can say luminous intensity. These are the different physical quantities we generally use in standard international unit. Okay children, now let's study here different derived unit. What are the different derived unit? So units plays very important role for studying physics, I said to you. That is why you should be acquainted, you should be familiar with the different units of a physical quantities. Sometimes we solve the problems in higher classes, we write only magnitude but forget to write the unit. If we do not write the unit, then mark will be cut in ICSE, that is a ICSE guidelines are there. Any child will be written the magnitude after solving the numerical problems, but not in the unit, 1 mark will be cut. That is why be aware of while writing the unit. So that we have to now study different derived units and how different derived units are derived by help of fundamental units. You will study now. Let us come to see first. I said here force. Force is a physical quantity. It also derived unit. How this force is derived unit? Is it derived by help of fundamental units? We will study now. Force, you know children, mass into acceleration. That you know. So if mass is taken here in SI system or MK system, the unit of mass in SI system is kilogram. Acceleration is meter per second square. So we can say here kg meter per second square is the unit of force in SI system, or we can say it is a Newton. And one more thing children, you have to remember that while writing the unit, that is expressed in a scientist name, to honor his name we use his name as the unit. In case of a unit, when you use his name or any scientist name, small letter will be written from first, and if you write in symbol it will be capital letter, but if you write the word it will start from the small letter. So kg meter per second, now you can see fundamental units are there or not. Mass, length, time, 3 fundamental units are used for measurement of a force. Now another physical quantity we can take example, pressure. What is formula for pressure? Pressure equal to force per unit area. So force here, force by area. So force unit we will study now, kg meter per second square by area meter square. So what you can write now? Kg meter per second square into 1 by meter square. So meter cancel. So we can write here kg per meter second square. So these are the different derived fundamental units we use for measurement of a derived unit. One more example you can take, children, now. Suppose I am taking here the work I take here. Work also a physical quantity, that is a derived unit. How it is a derived unit and derived by help of fundamental units, you will see now. Work equal to force into displacement. Force taken kg meter per second square into meter, because S stands for distance or displacement, the SI unit of distance is displacement meter. So we can write here kg meter square per second square. So these are the different derived unit we derived by help of fundamental units. That's all for today's episode. Next episode we will start about the least count. It's a very vital part of unit measurement. What is the concept of least count? How to get the least count of different measuring devices? That will study in next class. Thank you, children. Thank you for joining with me.